Hello, my name is Lori. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today is Build-A-Block Wednesday, and we've just finished the diamond ring block, and we are going to work on the color sheet and talk about joining blocks that can be joined so that that part is finished. Let's go to the coloring sheet. I'm sure you can hear Miss Honey helping me as we do the video. She's trying to get into things as usual. She was outside helping my husband cut firewood, and then she started digging a hole. For what purpose, I don't know. But anyway, today we are going to color the things that are done on our coloring sheet. So we did diamond ring. We need to color in diamond ring, and then we need to look at the sections that we can join together in this page. So let me pull that over out of the way and pull the color sheet front and center. Sorry about the shadow. You know how it is. We either have darkness or shadow. So I have the light blue background, the very light blue background. I have blue for the squares, and I have gold for the ring. So let's color that in. So we are almost done with this. Well, we'll have these two done anyway. I'm going to start by coloring my ring in. This block was very nice. I think it would make a great block for a whole quilt. Because there's 16-inch blocks, and then to put a sashing between. And you could even switch up what's in the middle here. I think it would be a fantastic scrap quilt. And you wouldn't even need to do the same color ring. That's what would make it an interesting scrap quilt. Oh, Miss Honey has joined us. She doesn't have manners yet. She thinks I'm eating something. And hopefully she won't eat my wool mat. Okay. Here, let's take a look at Miss Honey. Hey, Miss Honey. Yeah, she's trying to eat the wool mat. Oh, I once criticized my son for getting a big dog. And then I fell in love with this big puppy. So sometimes you get what you deserve. I do love her though. She is such a sweet puppy dog. She has such a sweet temperament. But she is nosy Rosie. Always has her nose stuck in something. And I know I could fix her tags so they don't jingle, but she's a puppy. She just turned 4 months old the other day, so she is not trustworthy to be on her own. So we put her tags purposefully on her collar so that they would jingle everywhere she went. And the center, I'm just going to draw kind of a flower and let it at that. Maybe I'll be really fanciful and put some leaves so that it looks more like a flower. And then the rest is all light blue. Oh, I hear she's chewing on one of my containers. She was at the vet yesterday for her vaccinations, and the vet said she has lost the first of the baby teeth, but now she will be teething. Yay. So we have never had a dog that tried to eat shoes before, so we are keeping all our shoes up high. Okay, there it is. That's all we're coloring in. I know that the next block we are doing for May is this block and these contrary wife blocks all around. So there will be a lot that we can join together after the month of May. Right now, we could join the Drunkard's Path, a sashing, the wedding ring, and another piece of sashing for right now. And if you wanted to, I'm not going to. I was going to say you could take a smaller piece of sashing here and join it, and here and join it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to join these ones. I'm also going to join these strips with a strip of sashing on each side so that I have a few things together. And I'll be ready to go. Let me go put those together and I will hang them up on the wall for you. Does this dog look like she's up to something? She certainly does. Hey, Miss Honey, what you doing? That is a guilty look if I ever saw one. Now, I know that there is some thought about I should cut the piece the exact size, which would be 24.5. But I have strips that are width of fabric that are 2.5 inches. And I can fit one of these and one of those 16-inch blocks on there. So I left some extra on that width of fabric, and I'm going to press it, and I'm pressing it open because that is the easiest. Since this is a long run of uninterrupted fabric with no seams, I'm pressing it open, and then I'm going to take it over and trim those blocks so they fit. Now, if I were looking for absolute perfection, I would cut that piece at 24.5 inches. But I'm good. It looks good. It just needs trimmed up. Matter of fact, let me get the rotary mat, cutter, and a ruler. Because it doesn't take much. I can do this right here. That's only 2.5 inches. I've got a 4.5 inch ruler. So let me flip it around. And I just need to make sure that it is square. The longer the ruler, the better. But this makes a nice square corner. So slice. There's the little piece. As long as I don't cut it short and I'm squaring up the corner, it doesn't matter if I cut the piece. Okay, there we go. Slice. All squared up and ready to go on the quilt. Let me set this aside and do the other blocks, and I will hang them up so you can see. So there we have the pieces sewn together with the Drunkard's Path and the wedding ring sewn, and that is how they will appear in the quilt down at the bottom. And those friendship stars with the red, if you did the extended wider version, they will be up at the top on the left and the right. So I hope you have enjoyed this little episode of Study in Scarlet, and you update your color sheet and join a couple pieces together while we are slowly assembling more and more blocks. Have a great week. See you on Friday for Blabfest.